In this video, we'll be going through the anatomy and the physiology of the outer ear, up to and including the tympanic membrane. The outer part of the ear is called a pinna. The plural of this is pinni. Pinni are made up of skin-covered cartilage. The opening of the external auditory canal is called the external auditory meatus. The tragus is also made of cartilage and protrudes slightly. The bowl of the ear is called the concha, and the rim is called the helix. The earlobe does not contain cartilage. Other parts of the pinna include the triangular fossa, antihelix, and antitragus. The pinna performs several important functions in the hearing process, including sound collection, sound localization, protection, and enhanced detection of high-pitched sounds. The shape of the pinna allows it to catch and direct sound waves down the external auditory canal. The shape of the pinna helps detect where sounds are coming from in the vertical plane, that is, above or below the ear. The pinna and the position of the tragus protect the auditory canal from foreign objects and injuries. As sound is collected by the pinna and directed to the ear canal, sounds around 4,500 Hz are enhanced naturally. The external auditory canal has an oval shape and bends downwards as it approaches the tympanic membrane. The outer 1/3 is skin-covered cartilage, which contains hairs and glands that secrete cerumen, otherwise known as earwax. The inner 2/3 is skin-covered bone. There are no glands or hair follicles here. The canal lies in the mastoid bone. This bone looks like a honeycomb due to tiny pockets of air called mastoid air cells. These help produce the weight of the skull. The typical length of the canal is between 23 and 29 millimeters. The common name for the tympanic membrane is the eardrum. The entire tympanic membrane has a very rich blood supply. It is concave in shape. It has an area of about 60 to 90 millimeters squared and an average thickness of 0.07 millimeters. It is made up of 3 layers which are embedded into the bony portion of the canal. The outer layer is epidermal tissue, which is a thin layer of skin. The mid layer is fibrous connective tissue that is strong and supportive, and the inner layer is a mucous membrane that is soft and moist like the lining of the nose. The pars flaccida is located superiorly, that is at the top. This is the small and more compliant portion of the tympanic membrane, as it does not have the fibrous middle layer. The pars tensa is located inferiorly, that is in the lower portion. This area is stiffer than the pars flaccida. The annular ligament holds the membrane in place. The handle of the malleus, which is a bone of the middle ear, can clearly be seen attached to the tympanic membrane. Sometimes the long process of the incus, the second bone in the middle ear, can be seen through the translucent tympanic membrane. The middle of the tympanic membrane is called the umbo. Due to the membrane's concave shape and slightly upward facing angle, light reflects off of it. This appears as a shiny light reflex or cone of light, commonly described as being in the 5 o'clock position. The tympanic membrane is set into motion by the acoustic pressure of sound waves striking its surface. Because of its concave structure, the middle of the tympanic membrane vibrates the most. That is to say, most movement occurs at the umbo. The magnitude or distance it moves is proportional to the intensity or loudness of the sound. Louder sounds cause more movement. The speed it vibrates at is proportional to its frequency or pitch. Higher sounds cause the membrane to move faster than lower pitched ones.